your own gym now.
Yeah.
How did you get there?
Good question. So you know what? I don't like to take full, let's say, responsibility in this regard. I think that over the years, I built up a really strong clientele. So from 18 to 25, I trained roughly 70 clients a week, every single week. When I first started training people, I was charging people $20 an hour to work with me. The gym used to charge me $20 to work there. So I was an independent contractor. I made zero money for an entire year, but I built a really big clientele, and then I was able to charge more. From there, I saved a lot of my money and I built up a lot of experiences, and I pushed for endurance event. So what's cool is that I was able to build up my reputation over the years. From there, when I moved towards wanting to open my own gym, the gym that I was currently contracting out of was essentially closing down. So I had a choice to make. It's either I rented from somewhere else or I would try and open my own place somehow. I basically was in contact with Rob Belinfante and Jennifer, brother and sister, who were running the Centre de Solutions Santé location in Montreal. And they had a pre-built gym with like quite a bit of equipment, but not like exactly what I was looking for. And I asked them, I was like, listen, like, are you willing to rent out the space to me? Like, I'll rent it out and I'll bring my own trainers and I'll bring my own vibe. And yeah, and then what ended up happening was my business partner and I, Rico, we sat down in an office. We're like, okay, what name are we gonna name it? And we knew that it was in a basement. And we basically told ourselves we can't leave the office until we figure out the name that we stick with. And we named it the Cave because it's in a basement.
Anything to do with a man cave or
No, you know what's funny?
Okay.
Funnily enough, no. Like a lot of people say that, but weirdly enough, no. I'd say no.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's something that people don't see behind the scenes as a business owner, as a coach?
I think the constant rumination, I have to be honest. I think that my mind is always on. It's really, really hard to switch masks constantly. Like, funnily enough, it's like, that's actually something that I learned in therapy when I was younger. I think it was one of the better things that I've learned is that we hold different masks day to day. When I'm with my girlfriend, I'm her boyfriend. When I'm with my clients, I'm a coach. When I'm with my parents, I'm just their son. And it's like very important to be able to make the switches. What's hard is being able to compartmentalize, meaning that it's like, okay, now I'm doing an interview with you that my business partner is texting me about something related to the gym. I need to let it go and handle it when I have my full attention for it. That's something that's hard. It's that constant thinking, but being able to be present with people, because when you're present with people, that's how you make the best connections and long-term connections that are going to get you ahead.
That's true.
Yeah.
Are you still in therapy?
No, I would say no. I think that I have a different view on therapy now over time. I think that there's two types of people. And I'm not a psychologist, so I'm not well versed to like make this an actual fact. It's just how I view things. But once again, it's not something that I like would push on people. There's two types of people. You have chronic overthinkers and chronic underthinkers. There's people who don't know what they're feeling and need to consult therapy to speak about it to make sense of what they're feeling. Okay, so that's the first. Then chronic overthinkers are people who know exactly what they're feeling, but almost too much, which could also be beneficial because a therapist can help you break down your thoughts. I think at a certain point, consistently consulting the therapist for me started to become me ruminating with somebody. I think there's a period of time where it's like, once you understand what you're feeling, you got to learn how to let go, because constantly going back on it isn't going to make you carry on, you know?
Okay.
That's why like I like to look at things from a bird's eye perspective, you know?
It's great advice. So you were on a reality show.
Sure.
What was that experience like?
I think it was probably one of the coolest things. And it's funny because when I relate it back to, let's say, my childhood, my biggest fear was what people thought of me.
You went from being like that, sorry to say, like loner.
Yeah,
in
loner.
high
Yeah,
school
sure.
To on a reality show in another language too.
Yeah, in another language. Yeah, it was in French. Yeah. Yeah. So it was, yeah, it's that fear, right? It's like I almost used to, when I was younger, and like we said, it's a very common theme for teenagers. We're almost so worried of doing things because of what other people might think of us. And I remember I used to adjust my actions when I was younger based on what other people might think.
How did your experience change how people see you or how you see yourself?
Great question. So in terms of seeing myself, I think it's really weird to see yourself in like that third person perspective, because it's like on a day-to-day basis, we kind of interact with people and we don't really like see what we look like.
Yeah.
I think that's one. I think two, which was kind of a crazy experience from that reality TV show. things can get cut up to make you look a certain way. Like, I remember there was like a girl that was on the show with me, and you see me like speaking to her, like, let's say side by side like this.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to a scene, I'm like sitting somewhere else, but they made it look as if it was like 10 seconds that had passed, but it was actually like an hour. And then I like lost my shit because she was just like yelling at me, and I was just fed up. Like, I'm a patient guy. And like, after an hour of somebody yelling, you're like, okay, like I've had enough of speaking to you type of thing, you know?
Yeah.
But they made it look like in 10 seconds, I just reacted, you know?
Yeah.
So it's funny because it's like, you can't control that, and you have to be okay with people's negative interpretations of you, you know?
And did you watch all the episodes
Yeah,
back?
after.
You
Yeah.
were okay with it?
Yeah, super. I think, you know what it is? It was a really strong representation of me. I think I really am that way. I think that it was definitely interesting to see myself as a French Quebecois person during that time, in the sense of my French is exceptional. Like, it's really, really good. And
So there was no language barrier for you?
no, but my advantage, in my opinion, was that French Quebecois people just speak because it's their first language. For me, I almost have to speak in English first before speaking in French. So I almost had like a little bit more of a filter. So it would stop me from saying something stupid or that would just slip up, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you naturally someone who just gives their opinion? Like,
Yeah.
You're open?
Yeah, I'm open. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think that's also why they took me for the show. Like, even when I went to do the audition in the first place, like, I'm definitely not a closed type of guy.
What was that audition like?
Interesting. Yeah. So I got there, brought me upstairs with a blindfold because I couldn't see anything else going on. It was strange.
Okay.
It was at the TVA, like, downtown location. When I got upstairs, they were just kind of like, okay, take off your shirt type of thing. And they started interviewing me for about an hour. And then, then they were just asking me a bunch of questions about my personal life.
Feel random, or do you feel like they were definitely
They were catered.
Yeah,
curated
questions.
Yeah, curated towards like love life, personal connections, stuff like that, because they need people who are very outgoing and not afraid of social connections, you know? And for me, it was like, during my dating life at that time, I definitely wasn't shy, if that makes sense, you know? So yeah, so it fit well for the show. Because if you take someone on a show and they're super like quiet.
Yeah, of course, it doesn't make good TV.
Yeah, exactly.
As a coach, just going back to your gym, do you have an ideal client?
Yeah.
Someone walks in, who's your ideal client?
My ideal client, strange enough, it's changed over the years. My favorite clients are 50 to 60-year-old women. They're the best.
Why?
I'll tell you why. They realize that they're getting older and they want to do something about it, and they care about the service. 2, I find that they actually push and they don't care how they look. You know, that's 2. 3, the application of what I'm giving them actually increases their quality of life that they notice. Like, example, I have a client, like, she's awesome. She came and seen me with osteoporosis, osteopenia, and we reversed it. You know what I mean? Like, she's fine. She's hip thrusting 350 pounds. Like, she's a tank, and she's like 61 years old or something like that.
Wow,
like,
that's amazing.
It's great. So I think they're great clients to work with. And also, from a business perspective, if I have to be transparent, I think that people in their 50s and 60s are a bit more set financially, that they view it as a monthly expense towards their health for their longevity. And for me, it's nice that I know that I could work with these people for an extended period of time, because I can't make a miracle in a month, you know? So I think younger people have more volatility based on the current economic climate. Like, people, people are losing their jobs, things are getting more expensive. I think that disposable income for a luxury service that I offer, it's not feasible for a lot of people in their 20s and 30s, if that makes sense for everybody.
Right.
You know?
What does success look like for you today compared to 10 years ago?
I think that's a good question. I think, like, in terms, what do you mean?
Like, for yourself, you've transformed your body. You've transformed a lot about your personal life.
Yeah.
Now you have your own gym. Is that success for you? Just owning your own gym?
That's a great question. I think for me, it's more, when I was younger, my definition of success was being liked by others. And now, as I've aged, it's my definition of success is being loved by myself and those that I love. I think that's the biggest change. I think I realize more and more as I age, because I'm not old, I'm 28 years old, right? But every year comes with really strong lessons. And I think that we often live for others so much, but the only people you should be living for is those that you hold dear to you and that show support. And in my opinion, it's direct family, a loved one. If you have children, your children, that's who you live for. Because everybody else, you can touch them, you can touch their heart, but people come and go, and you have to be okay with that. And if you start neglecting yourself in those processes, you could really like lose a lot of yourself, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great advice. Gabe, are you ready for a rapid fire round?
Let's go. I'm in.
You're in?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a series of quick questions. You just answer first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah.
Early workout or late night training?
I'm an early workout guy.
I really thought you were going to say late night training.
I used to be.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's still fun sometimes, but definitely early workout.
Yeah. Cardio or weights?
For who, me?
Yeah.
Cardio, I love cardio, but it's not healthy in my opinion.
Okay.
There's a long explanation for that, but yeah, rapid fire.
Your go-to cheat meal, if you could have any meal, 0 restrictions.
And it wouldn't hurt my stomach.
And it wouldn't hurt your stomach.
Wendy's Bacon Eater, extra ketchup. Yeah.
One word to describe your mindset.
Relentless. Yeah.
Biggest pet peeve in the gym.
That's not an easy question. My biggest pet peeve. Negative self-talk. Yeah. I don't like when people talk badly about themselves.
That's great. I was thinking more like no socks or something.
No. I just don't like, I don't like when people are like
that negative mindset,
like switch it. Yeah,
energy.
not in my gym. No.
That's good.
Yeah.
Favorite place you've traveled to?
I'd have to say Iceland. Yeah.
Music or no music while training?
Music.
Your favorite song to listen to while training? Or your go-to?
My go-to song. Like hype song.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? When I run, my favorite song is always Stairway to Heaven by Led Zeppelin. Yeah, I like that. Whenever I get the guitar solo part, I always get shivers.
One habit that changed your life.
That's tough. One habit that changed my life.
Did I just get Gabe?
You got me to not talk. That's what you know. A habit that changed my life. That's tough. A daily habit.
Maybe the way you eat, your mindset, waking up early, reading, praying.
I guess praying is one. Yeah, sure. That's a fair point. Yeah.
Okay.
I guess, because I don't really speak about that. Yeah, I pray daily, but alone. It's not something I really like impose on people.
No.
You know? Yeah, I guess, it's believing that there's something greater than you. I get that. Yeah, sure.
Good.
Sure.
Running, cycling, or swimming?
Running.
If not fitness, what would you be doing?
Something artistic. Yeah, I like videography, video editing. I was super into that when I was young. Like Adobe Premiere Pro, Adobe After Effects, special effects. Like I was super into computers in that regard. And I like content creation or anything of that nature.
Okay.
I know I'd be good at that.
A great idea.
Hit me.
But I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
What scares you? Last question. What scares you right now in life?
The day that I have kids, that they won't admire me as a father. I think that's my biggest fear. I think that'd be it, is that like I find that a lot of my actions, I wanted to align with that. I want that when I die, people could look back and be like, he was a good person. And nobody's perfect, but at least he was good at his core. Yeah. I think those that I loved.
Touching answer. Very nice.
That's my fear.
You did your first Ironman. What's next?
Great question. I'm still recovering. Like I still have like dark bags in my eyes. I've been feeling like off the last 5 months.
Okay.
There's this thing called post-race blues. It's like you kind of are dealing with such a like strong dopamine dominance during that training, and then the crash is quite intense. I haven't quite felt like myself for the last 5 months, if I have to be transparent, from a physical, personal perspective, because like business is the best it's ever been. I'm super happy in my relationship. She's the best person I've ever been with. But from a personal perspective, it's like that drive, it's like that high is not there. I would like to do another Ironman, I think. That's what I want to do. I want to beat my time, or I want to do it with a different mentality this time around. I think before was coming from a perspective of, I'm not sick type of thing, you know? But I'm not. So now I want to do it from a, wow, my body can do this, or whatever it is, you know? So now I'm going to do some blood tests, check, make sure that my health is all normal before starting another prep.
Okay, great. And one more final question. If you can offer our listeners one piece of advice, what would it be?
Good question. Do I have to look at the camera when I say this? Yeah.
You can, yeah.
Whatever is weird about you is the best and coolest part about you. If you're really passionate about that, do that, because you will, that energy is given off to everybody around you, and they will want to be around you in that regard. You'll attract it. So.
Do you do this often?
No.
No?
No, I speak for a living, right?
Okay.
Like when I coach people,
Yeah.
it's just, I'm talking all day basically. So it's almost like, it's a skill that it's like, but I've always been like this though, like even my mom, yeah.
Which it's weird because like you talking you're describing yourself as a nerd, like you don't seem that way. You're so sociable.
Thanks.
You're always talking. You always have something to say. Like.
Yeah, but I'm naturally introverted though.
Okay.
Like social interact, because people think that introversion is like you
have nothing to say.
You have nothing to say or whatever, but it's really that interactions drain your social battery, versus extroverts, interactions make them gain their social battery. Like I would consider, let's say my girlfriend, for example, to be an extrovert.
Okay.
When she's tired, when she sees people, it wakes her back up.
Okay.
For me, when my battery is done, it's like I need a moment alone type of thing. It's more like that, you know?
Okay.
So it's really cool because I look like a social butterfly, but like I have a battery, and like when I reach it, but I have to say my battery's pretty big there. Like I could go for it, but I think at a certain point it definitely like I need a day to myself, you know?